Hey guys, Slow and Rusty here. It's the day after Christmas. Hope everybody had a great Christmas and happy holidays. December 26, 2018. It's been well over a year since I shot a video in my 1991 560 SEC, and been getting quite a few requests for an updated video, so thought, what the heck, why not? And it's a cold, dreary, damp day, so perfect day to be indoors, just catching up on things. And update video on my SEC. Really not much has changed with the car. It's been running really well, and really not a lot of wrenching going on. I think since the last video I rebuilt all the fuel injection. Yeah, which I did. Yep, rebuilt all the fuel injection, put in new injectors, and O-rings and all that stuff from the fuel head all the way to the cylinder heads. But other than that, the car's been running well, and you know, it's been a pleasure to own and drive now that it's all updated, mechanically, electrically, everything else. So one thing I noticed on the 126 forums that I'm active on and certainly enjoy being a member of, there's been a lot of threads on cooling issues on how hot these M117 engines run. So I thought it would be a good idea to shoot a video on my car and show some of the improvements that I've made through my own R&D over the years since I've had the car. I've owned this car now for just under 7 years, and I wanted to just shoot a video for owners and members, highlighting and showing some of the improvements that I made in terms of cooling. I live here in the southern part of the US in Houston, Texas. It's very hot here, of course, and I'm trying to get my flashlight so that that way I can give a better level of clarity on the video. So pardon me for a second. Okay, there we go. So I live here in Houston. There's a lot of traffic where I am. It's very hot, of course, in the summertime, very humid, and you know, from time to time the car will sit in fairly intense traffic conditions with the air conditioning on, not moving for 10-15 minutes. When I first bought the car, I also experienced some hotter than what I would consider comfortable engine temperatures. So I thought, what the heck, I'm going to work on upgrading the cooling system, and so spent the better part of a year doing so. And the things that I've done, of course, I've replaced the water pump, excuse me, with a brand new OEM water pump, and I've also replaced the thermostat with a brand new OEM thermostat. And at the same time, while everything was out, I decided to work with Ron Davis in Arizona, and I actually had them fabricate this custom aluminum radiator for me. It's all TIG welded with aluminum tanks and aluminum core, of course. And they also fabricated, to my spec, a larger oil cooler for the transmission. It's going to be hard to see that in this video, and I'm not sure. You may be able to see the aluminum fittings. There's one there, the blue and red fitting end. That's the inlet. The outlet is over here. Yep, you can see it. And they TIG welded the metric ends for me, and I made the braided lines here at home, and then connected it all to the transmission. When I actually had the transmission on, I actually put a new transmission in the car a few years ago. So that was a great time to upgrade the cooling for the new transmission. I have a Sun Valley transmission, if you guys are asking yourself, where did I get it? And so increased cooling capacity for the transmission, which is good. That was done at the same time. And I installed these brand new electric fans. I made these mounts. You can see them, these right here in every corner. Here at home, fabricated them on my brake. And the electric fans are actually from Summit Racing. I was running the Flexolite FLX 410s, I believe. They move about 2,500 CFM. And I upgraded to these Summit Racing fans, which are a little bit larger, but at the same time more powerful. And they're rated at 3,600 CFM. So you can see them here on the backside of the radiator. They are pullers, so they pull the cool air from the front of the car through the radiator. And you can see it's a tight fit. It's probably 4 credit cards between the back of the electric motor on the electric fan to the tensioner. So kind of a tight fit there, but it all works. And what I'm seeing now, sitting in traffic for 10 minutes with the AC on full blast in the middle of summer with the car not moving, the car will see between 90 and 95 degrees Fahrenheit on the temp gauge. So it's running about, I would say, 10 to 15 degrees cooler than what it was running when I first bought the car about 7 years ago. You know, these M117 engines, aluminum head, aluminum block, and I know a lot of owners are concerned with mechanical health and maybe the head gaskets as they get older, especially, and what that heat is doing to the aluminum. So just some upgrades to share with you guys, and you're welcome to answer or ask any questions. I'll be happy to answer them on my setup. I also installed at the same time a controller right here. It's sort of the brain, if you will, for the fans, and it actually automatically controls when the fans come on, which is 180 degrees Fahrenheit. So it has a thermocouple that is fitted through the radiator, and then it feeds back to this electronic box. I made the bracket here just using all the factory holes, so no drilling required. And then I also have a manual override switch in the cab of the car should this electronic box decide that it doesn't want to work again, so I can bypass it. Anyway, so just a quick video for you guys, and hope this helps keep these big V8s cool, especially in the summertime. And again, ask any questions, and hope this helps. Take care.